Hi everyone, I'm Leo and welcome to my channel. Today I want to do something different. I want to tell you a story. The tale of a king and an evil mask. I hope you enjoy. Long time ago, before mankind could remember and even before, there was a planet inhabited by an immense turtle-like creature, as large as an entire region of the earth. Seen from above, the creature was so similar to the rest of the continents that it could be mistaken for one of them, and it swam slowly in the waters, living in peace with the elements of the planet. One day, a strange shining meteorite with a kind of a crystal crown on it fell from the sky and hit the turtle violently, leaving it lifeless. In the impact, an immense chasm formed in the center of the shell, and slowly crystals formation at the same light of the meteorite began to come out of the crater, becoming bigger and bigger, until they completely covered the body of the turtle like a parasite. Its scales became hexagonal crystals, its shell a shining dome with 1,000 faces, and upon it emerged an immense imposing crystal crown similar to that of the meteorite. At that point, the lifeless body of the turtle revived, but the creature that now was moving had nothing left of his original form. It was like an empty shell at the mercy of the parasite that had infected it, and its behavior became brutal and ravenous. The huge parasite began to devour everything around it. It devoured forests, lands, volcanoes, and oceans, and the more it devoured, the more flashes of different colors appeared on the scales on its back. The parasite was hoarding the elements of the earth like a greedy king hoarding wealth. It wasn't long before the parasite had to pay the price for his actions. The god of creation appeared before the creator and engaged in a fierce battle with it. The parasite tried to defend itself in every way. It tried with fire, lightning, rock and water, but it could do nothing against the god, who managed to overcome and defeat it. The wounded parasite began to shrink and retreat rapidly inside the crater from which it had emerged, but the god dealt a final lethal blow that shattered the crown on its back into 9 pieces, sweeping them away. The apparently lifeless parasite was swallowed down in the crater, and there it remained. Millennia passed, and the parasite never emerged from his prison, but something not foreseen by the god happened. Another creature, less fearsome in his strength, but equally dangerous in his greed and lust for power, began to inhabit the planet. In fact, humans began to develop, becoming numerous on the planet, exploiting the elements of the earth, building villages that became cities and then kingdoms. Over the centuries, humans digging the ground have begun to find ancient crystals of immense beauty and with a shiny aura. 9 of these were found. These crystals became the emblems of the kings of the time, and a reason for envy and often for wars between kingdoms. But soon the kingdoms of these rulers began to be hit one by misfortunes and plagues, slowly bringing them to ruin. New kingdoms were born, and new kings followed one another, and one in particular stood out for his greed and lust for riches. This king had collected many priceless treasures in his court, and he also wanted to get his hands on the 9 crystals of the kings. The king watched the neighboring kingdoms fall from grace for no apparent reason, and at the right moment he attacked them one by one with his entire army, razing and erasing all traces of their existence, to then take possession of the crystals. Soon the king managed to collect all 9 crystals, which together seemed to become even more beautiful and shine more brightly. The king was proud of his new conquest. It was by far the favorite piece of his collection, and he loved to look at the reflection of his face in the light of those precious stones, laughing at the misfortune of the other rulers. But after some time, he started having a recurring nightmare. The king dreamed of his splendid crystals, and saw a reflected face disfigured in an evil green, and saw his kingdom and all his possessions reduced to ashes before his eyes. The more the king accumulated wealth, the more his greed increased, and the more the nightmares became recurring. One day, at the king's court, a merchant from the east presented 4 ancient treasures of inestimable beauty and value: a set of wooden tablets, a sword, a vessel, and a set of beads. The king was immediately captivated by their beauty, and decided to shower the merchant with gold coins, secretly plotting to send assassins the next day to attack the merchant and recover his gold. The same night, however, the king was awakened by a deafening laugh. When he opened his eyes, he saw the 9 crystals that had now become a kind of a real mask with his features, which was looking at him with an evil and amused expression. Then he saw the 4 treasures of the merchant levitating around the room, and suddenly, at a nod from the evil mask, 4 terrifying creatures came to life from the 4 treasures, and began to unleash their fury by razing his place to the ground with all his riches, condemning the king to ruin. The 4 creatures were then captured and imprisoned in shrines by valiant warriors, but no trace of the mask was found. Stories of a demon who promised riches but caused plagues and misfortune then began to circulate among the peoples, and many cities suffered a terrible fate because of this monster that roamed the region with impunity. There seemed to be no more hope when one day a brave young hero with a pure heart, together with his 3 companions, a dog, a monkey and a pheasant, decided to face the demon once and for all. The demon tried every way to subjugate him, by promising him riches and glory, but the young hero remained firm in his intent, and after a ferocious battle, he made the demon flee to the top of a mountain. Feasts and song were dedicated to the hero, and statues were built in honor of his 3 powerful companions, so that they could continue to protect the people from the return of the demon. That day, a demon was defeated, and peace restored. What was not defeated was humans' lust for wealth. The years passed, and humans as always forgot the mistakes of the past. The legend of an immense treasures prompted them to enter the mysterious crater, deeper and deeper, sacrificing millions of lives in the attempt. After centuries, humans finally managed to reach the depths of the crater and to discover its mysteries. But in doing so, they also ended up finding a creature that should never have been found, and awakening a power that should never have been awakened. The creator is now growing stronger than before, fueled by humans' inexhaustible greed and lust for power, and his strength is rapidly increasing, bringing it closer day by day to being whole again, to regaining his crown, and to reclaiming his place as king of this earth. And that's all for today. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Let me know your opinion in the comments, and if you want, leave a like and subscribe to my channel. Thank you for stopping by, and see you next time. Bye.